One of the best upgrades you can make to an older boat is, believe it or not, the anchor. You've probably got some archaic old thing hanging off the bow, and there's lots of new innovations around these days. And this Vulcan 20 is a great example. It's a modern rolling anchor that will fit underneath a bow pulpit without a roll bar. Most of us continue to use whatever anchor came with our boat, despite their outdated technology. The CQR on our boat is an articulating plow design that dates back to 1933. While the hinge was conceived to help orient the anchor for easy setting, we've always had trouble getting ours to set, and we were never confident it would hold in a blow. Back down at over 1,000 RPM, and it would invariably drag. Modern anchor designs like the Rocna have new features to help them set quickly in a wider variety of seabeds. It's got a rollover bar that allows it to roll itself if it lands upside down on the bottom, but it's not functional if you've got a bow pulpit like we do. So Peter Smith, who designed the Rocna, had a lot of demand from powerboaters with bow pulpits to find something that could roll itself over without the roll bar. And this is what they came up with, was the Vulcan. The Vulcan uses unique geometry with a curved shank and a roll palm to self-right on the seabed without the use of a roll bar. In fact, we had difficulty on the shoot day getting the Vulcan to land on its side at all. Its weighted tip is sharp, designed to quickly penetrate the seabed. Unlike our old CQR, which we found would land its side, often refusing to set in hard sand at all, the geometry of the Vulcan helps keep the sharp tip oriented such that it tends to bury itself in the seabed almost immediately, regardless of how it lands. Using the Vulcan for most of the summer, we found it set every single time we deployed it in sand, mud, and even in relatively weedy areas.
This is the best marine and outdoors kayak anchor. The first thing you'll notice when you receive your anchor is that it comes in a nice nylon storage bag, which keeps the anchor, the rope, the buoy ball, and the carabiner all together so that it's not falling all over the place, whether it's inside your kayak, your canoe, your garage, your shed, or wherever else you might be storing your anchor. After removing your anchor from the nylon storage bag, you'll notice that it comes with 4 key components. You have the anchor itself, a 40-foot marine grade rope, a stainless steel carabiner clip, and a buoy ball that helps keep the rope afloat. To unlock or open the anchor, simply turn the locking collar to the unlocked position, slide the collar up, fold the 4 flukes down, slide the collar back down, and then turn into the locked position. This will prevent the 4 flukes from closing. To properly use the anchor, the first thing you want to do is take the stainless steel carabiner clip and attach it to your boat. Once your anchor line is securely attached to your boat, simply drop the anchor into the water, releasing as much of the 40-foot rope as possible. The goal here is to get the anchor to flip on its side and establish horizontal drag along the bottom surface. For situations requiring a quick disconnect, simply unclip the carabiner from your boat, throw the anchor line into the water, and the buoy ball will keep the rope afloat, which makes it easy to find when you return back to your original position. Our 3.5-pound folding anchor can be used with kayaks, canoes, jet skis, dinghies, or any other types of small boats.
Steve here with 5 Oceans. Thank you so much for joining us today. We have with us the DC Delta style anchors. They come in 2 models, galvanized and stainless steel. We call them DC Delta style is because they're actually designed in the very popular anchor that's known worldwide, Delta. They have the same styling, the same functions, but they're a little bit different in variations, but they work almost exactly the same. Now, what's important to know, and most questions are asked about these anchors, is how do they function, how do they work? Well, they're used for any type of terrain, any type of seabed, either sand or mud or anything rocky. But what makes them very unique is that when you drop anchor overnight and your boat starts shifting due to wind or anything like that, it still remains anchored because of the pivoting motion that allows it to stay like this, unlike other anchors that they would shift completely over and come out of the seabed. Now, what makes it unique about that is it has a weird cone shape right here in the design that allows it to pivot back and forth.
Leading the list is the box anchor. The box anchor brings anchoring to a new level of sophistication, allowing you to have more control over the placement of your boat in any situation, regardless of the current or bottom condition.
The box anchor is designed to be used with absolutely no lead chain at all. will work on just a 2-to-1 scope, less than half the amount of line recommended with the traditional anchor, and will set in any bottom condition within 1 foot. Mud, rock, sand, grass, kelp, it does not matter.
Just kill the engine and toss the anchor overboard. It's that easy. The box anchor is designed to do all the work for you. With no powering down, the box anchor will hit the bottom, roll to its side, and set within 1 foot. The box anchor's unique patented design allows it to hold your boat at a 45-degree angle, digging the downward-facing flukes firmly into the bottom without snagging them permanently on debris. When it comes to retrieval, just pull the line to bring the boat over the top of the anchor, and the lack of upward-facing surface area will allow the box anchor to pop right off the bottom. The same principle works in wind or current change. The new wind direction brings the boat over the top of the anchor, freeing it from the bottom. But as the boat passes over the top of the anchor and continues towards its new resting place, the box anchor simply rolls over on its other side to set firmly in the new direction. Once it comes time for storage, retrieve the anchor, release the stainless steel stabilizing arm, and the box anchor folds completely flat to be stored in its ventilated storage bag.